things to keep in mind about allergies is that allergic expression or symptoms are from a type of cell that are dying called mast cells. It's a really bad idea to have the MAST cell die off. And so what's happening is the cell walls are actually rupturing, and that's the profusion of stuff you discharge from your throat and eyes and nose. Bee pollen will help greatly because it's really high in histidine, which helps keep those cell walls together. So you might choose to, do some experiments with maybe a little bit more bee pollen. And also anything that is creating an environment in your body which will support allergic reactions, especially dairy, any kind of cooked white fluid in a box that you get from so-called grocery stores, which would be, almond milk, now I've even seen hemp milk, soy milk, rice milk, coconut milk, any cooked white fluid, it ain't food.
I do a ton of almond milk all the time.
And do you make it yourself, or do you then? Everything that comes in a bottle, bag, or box, unless you get it from her.
Unless it's some of our Superfoods like
She's your gatekeeper. She'll help you with figuring out. But if it ain't a food and you eat it, then that's going to contribute to your allergic symptoms. There's no way out of it.
We have a very easy hemp milk recipe on our website.
Oh, hemp milk's
super delicious. No, but when you make it yourself, it's so delicious.
Yeah. So make it yourself.
Super easy. Yeah.
And you don't have to strain it if you don't have it all.
There's no pulp in it.
I don't strain. You might strain her milk, and I don't. I just
hemp
make
milk. Yeah, there's no pulp at all. It's just super frothy, yummy.
It's a myth. Bee pollen local has no bearing in anything. It's meaningless. The reason that allergic symptoms are assisted by bee pollen is the high histidine.
Oh.
It's way better to get a high quality bee pollen that's far away from any kind of agribusiness and exhaust fumes especially. The biggest challenge with bee pollen around here is it's very porous, and most of the you can't hardly get bee pollen in Texas. It's awful for a variety of reasons. So we get ours from up on the between the Canadian and U.S. border up in at a high altitude. So the whole thing about local bee pollen, it's a myth.
What about local honey though? Because that theory is that the bees are going to
It's
flowers
still,
that are near you, so it's like acting as a
yeah, it's still sort of a myth. I mean, I rarely eat honey because it's almost as bad as white sugar.
Yeah.
So the question is, independent of what the truth or falsity about honey is, should you be eating it? And check your blood sugar. It's a simple test. Don't take my word for it. Try some agave, check your blood sugar. Try some honey, check your blood sugar, and see what happens.
For allergies.
Yeah. So the other thing is, hopefully you've already picked up that enzymes are like salt and enzymes are for any symptom, any question. Salt and enzymes first before anything else. Allergy symptoms occur because a type of cell dies. So there are two primary reasons that can happen. Either is an enzyme deficit or a histidine deficit, or the usual reasons. So histidine is really great in bee pollen. Bee pollen is one of the highest concentrations of histidine and also lecithin. So how many women here know that they ought to have lots of lecithin? Lecithin, that's what your fluids are made out of. And so a tablespoon of bee pollen has the equivalent of 20 to 30 egg yolks worth of lecithin. I mean, it's intense lecithin. Plus, it's very human compatible lecithin also.